Hayley's just looking so 80s lately. We were just
So
saying,
80s right now.
She just looks like she's stepped off the cast of Stranger Things, we were just saying, which neither of us have watched.
Great reference. If I watched it. No. We watched up to a certain point, to be fair.
Yeah. We just both got bored of it.
Yeah.
Apologies for big Stranger Things fans, but yeah, had enough.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
Well, happy Thursday. Shall we get started?
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hayley.
And we are your wedding planning experts.
Here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it.
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice on what happens on a wedding day.
With a few tips thrown in between.
And also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And
let's get you wed.
So I can see already from your notes that you've been a busy girl this week. Well, that and the fact that I've been like stalking your Instagram and you've been. Where haven't you been? Where haven't you been?
I feel like I haven't posted much yet, though. I need to put some more
God.
up.
Yeah. Where else have you been?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's good though.
Yeah.
It's good.
I know. So basically, one of our couples are based in California.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happens is we work with quite a lot of Americans or people that live internationally, but they obviously only going to come back like once during the planning process because obviously that's a long way to come. And so say you're working with them for a year, well, you're not going to come back to England more than once a year. Well, they'd probably want to, but work and the expense of traveling. So essentially they came back right at the start to see the venues. And then, well, actually, she came with her mum. He hadn't even seen the venue. He just trusted her. I know. So they came back. But everything that we do with our couples, obviously, we had to squeeze into a very short. Yeah. So they flew in on Saturday, and then they've got a down day today because
I need it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And then tomorrow they're going up to Manchester and seeing some family and stuff, and then they're flying back, I think, Sunday. Monday I met them, honestly, I went to Ashridge House, so I was going to meet those guys anyway, and then the venue actually wanted to come in and have a chat with them about what I do and some bits and bobs and some advice that they wanted. So I left my house at 9 a.m, met the team at Ashridge, then I met my couple. We did a site visit, a recce walkthrough, showed the groom, and also we were a little bit unsure on what spaces we wanted to use. Because the last time I'd seen it was when they were looking at venues. They hadn't even... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they need like a refresh and like a walk around and just
exactly
have a look again, fall in love with it again.
Yeah, and when you're first looking at a venue, you're not thinking, I can have this here and this there. And you don't really know your guest number.
That's it. You definitely need a second visit.
Yeah,
I think everybody should do that, to be honest.
More than a second, really, preferably.
I was like, basically live there.
Yeah. And then we met the florist, so we did a walk round again with the florist. So let's do this here and this here. And she's a very visual person, this bride, so she really wants to see like what's happened, which is great because she knows what she wants. Like,
that's actually really good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. So we did that. Then we met the stationer because we wanted to get final sign-off on the invites, and so there was a few bits we wanted to go through, so we literally sat all together in a group and like hashed out. And then we had about a half-hour break. I was like, I need a cup of tea.
I need a tea.
We'll have a tea and a biscuit. So we all just like sat inside, and she was just on her phone. We just sat there like
not surprised.
Silence for half an hour. Like,
I don't blame you.
And then
there's a lot of talking involved with your job, though, right?
A lot.
Like, not that that's a bad thing, but I imagine like you must get like when you get in your like car and drive home, but you're just like, silence.
Oh God, yeah. And then we did the menu tasting, which was done really nicely by the venue. So it was 6 o'clock. They did like a drinks reception. There was a Toastmaster there, introduced the venue and stuff. And then we had like a glass of champagne. All the canapes came out. So obviously there's me there with like my notes, like, right, try this one. Only try it because there's like 10 different canapes. I'm like, right, try these 3. Tell me your notes, right? And then I'm like to the waiter, you can go away for a minute. And then
bye-bye, sir. Bye-bye.
Come back in a minute, because I didn't want him to just. When you look around the room, obviously people without planners are just, these are nice. But I'm like, no, you need to like. I always get people to score stuff out of 10,
and then to be honest.
Yeah. And then at the end, which was exactly what happened, when you've got to choose out of like 12 things, you've got to choose 5, I can be like, well, your top 5 scoring were these 5.
That's really good.
Very helpful.
Very nice.
So we did that. Then we went and sat down at the restaurant, had the dinner. So tried all the food, tried the wines. I think we eventually finished at like 8:45. I got home like just after 10.
That's a long
It was
day.
a long day.
That's a long day of being a full day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
of being like,
yeah.
hello, I'm Hannah at
Hello.
work.
Hi.
They're a really nice couple. I feel like I'm on a friend level with them. Do you know what I mean? I can be very honest, and I can be like, you know, so it's
nice.
good. I can with with all my couples, to be honest. You know, that's just who I am. But it was a really, really nice day, and it was so productive. We got so much done, and their wedding plans looking really good, which is so good. Made loads of decisions. They're really good, quick decision makers, which are great. And then the next day, I went and met them. So they actually stayed at the venue overnight, which was really nice. They got to experience that, and they got to see where the accommodation is, because it's quite a distance from like the venue. So we spoke to them about, can you like come and collect us in like a golf buggy or something on the morning? Because obviously you don't want to be walking over like bridesmaids in dresses and whatever. So we sorted that out. And then this was a real fun day. We went to the cocktail company, who are based just outside London. Best experience ever.
That sounds like my cup of tea.
Honestly, Hayley, you
oh my god,
freaking love it. It's so good. So I've never really I feel like I've been to cocktail tastings before, and I've been to caterers who were like, do you want us to whip up a couple of the cocktails? Swear to God, he made them 20 cocktails.
What? That's insane.
And he did them full size, so they could see exactly how they're served. All different glasses. Some are in coupes, some are tall, some are short.
That's incredible.
Insane.
That's so cool.
I'd have to send you this video, but they're just lined up,
racked up.
But you just go to his house, and he's got like a little bar in his kitchen. So it's like, come in, which is quite.
Awesome.
Do you know what? I find that is quite the norm with Indian suppliers. So he was Indian, not an Indian bar company, but he is Indian, and Indian caterers do that. They're like, come to our home.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
That's nice.
It's really
actually.
cool. You feel so at home.
Yeah.
Like you're chilled. Yeah, he's whipping up all these cocktails, honestly, and some of these things he made. So they were cocktails and mocktails, and because they wanted to.
So cool.
I know they're having like a mocktail and soda bar. Have you ever heard of a soda bar? An American soda bar?
No.
So basically, it's quite a big thing, especially where like she's from. Like not all over America. This is just more from like the kind of area she's from, but they basically, you'll go and it'll be like, say, I don't know, like Dr. Pepper or cola or lemonade as your base, and then you've got like your syrups and stuff that you can then add in if you want to add in like yourself. So there'll be like little pumps, so you get your glass of Coke, then you pump it in, and then you can add like the only thing that she could reference it to that we have here, I can't remember what they call it there, but double cream basically. So you then put a dollop of that in, and it goes almost like a shake kind of thing.
Oh my God.
I know, and I was a bit like, this is weird. But then I tried it. He did Dr. Pepper with coconut syrup and the dollop of cream. And it was actually really good.
Oh, that sounds so good. But my teeth are like,
yeah. It's almost like a float kind of. That's
like
how we would probably
like an
see
ice cream. What do they call it?
Ice cream float. Yeah, maybe that, but not that. So yeah, so they're having that. So they're having like, they're calling it a dirty Dr. Pepper with like the syrup and the
oh my
cream.
God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and then he made these mocktails, honestly, so good. One of them was like, it was called like a chai, I can't think what he called it now, but it was basically soda water and this like chai tea.
Yeah.
Best thing I've ever tasted.
Oh, I love chai tea as well.
So good.
Do you know what? I love cocktails when they're proper, like, I don't even know what the
proper
word is.
Like juices and stuff.
Yeah, you know when they're like real fresh.
Exactly
like,
what I
use
said
lots
to
of
him.
ingredients, like lots of flavour, lots of like scented stuff. You know, like botanically, like really like thought
like
about
basil and things like that.
Yeah, like rather than just like here's
thinking
a
outside the box.
martini.
Yeah, so that's what he'd done. Like for example, he was like there mashing up mango to make a mango pulp, like fresh.
That's lovely. Yeah.
So I'm so excited for the bar at this wedding. I'm drinking all the mocktails.
Hey, look, if you need a hand on the day.
Yeah, he'd made this Blue Lagoon, but like not, like Blue Lagoon can be like, you look at it, it's bright blue. And
it looks like something you'd get in a punch bowl at like a Wetherspoons, right?
Yeah, and it tastes a bit fake.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Fresh as.
Do you remember, when we used to go to Wetherspoons and they'd do like a purple rain in there?
Yeah.
And it was like, it tastes like Vimto. It was like fizzy WKD inside a fishbowl.
It was so bad because you could just drink that. I liked Woo Woo. I used to get Woo Woo.
Oh, me too.
And your teeth would be like sticky at the end with the cranberry juice.
God.
So, yes, that was really fun. And then yesterday they did their hair. Well, the bride did her hair and makeup trial, and then they did their engagement photo shoot in Central London.
That's a really good idea. So having all your hair and makeup done, and then go
100% make the most of it. But we got the hair and makeup artist to change it slightly, so like tweak it so it's not the same look as the day, and so the groom doesn't see it. But yeah, so oh my God, busy couple of days. And honestly, one of the most stressful things was, so the cake company that they really want to use, they wanted to obviously try the cake, but the cake company don't do postal service. A lot of cake companies will just do some slices of cake, whack them in the post. She was like, no, I do cupcakes and you have to collect them. And I was like, well, it was like South London. It was like quite far. It was about half hour from London. So it was quite far. They didn't have a car. I was like, it's going to be an ag for you guys to get there. It wasn't like a tube situ. It was a overground. So I was like, okay, I'll sort this out. Right, can you just get a box ready for Wednesday? Yeah, no worries, pick up from 12. So I then ordered an Uber, and I'm writing in the notes, like in capital letters, this is for a collection, the lady will give you the cake. So I'm there, like, as soon as the Uber comes through, it's like, oh, it's going to be 9 minutes. So I'm ringing the cake company. In 9 minutes, can you be outside with the cake box?
With the cake?
Yeah, no worries. So she gives it to him and texts me. Then the other end, so I'm then watching this dad sat here, like, watching it. And I'd already said to the hotel, like, this is what I'm going to do. Can someone run out like from concierge or something, because it's in central London, like this taxi driver can't just pull up like
hey.
So then he gets there and I'm ringing, they're like, oh, ring us back 2 minutes before, right? So the guy had been emailing and I'd answered the phone, call me back 2 minutes before, when he's 2 minutes away. Ring back, is the guy there at reception, is he fuck?
Oh,
so then the guy at reception,
nothing ever goes to plan.
No, I know. But I told you, obviously, they were 10 minutes away. Like, just stand at reception for 10 minutes.
Just
like,
wait.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then the other guy had to then explain, and his English wasn't the best, so I was trying to explain. He's like, oh, what? You're getting a delivery here? And I'm like, oh my God. And then he was trying to explain, like, so what is it? Like, oh, it's very confusing. Anyway, in the end, and then I had to ring, and then the taxi driver's messaging me like, no one's here, it's a really busy road. I'm like, oh my God, someone's coming. So then I ring back again, and the girl's like, oh no, he's gone outside, he can't find him. And then I'm like looking where the taxi is. I'm like, oh my God, getting really stressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's there, he's on this street, I can see him on the corner.
I can see him.
And then the taxi driver messaged me saying, all done, all delivered. I was like, thank you so much.
God.
Gave him a tip.
Jesus.
But I was just like, when you're like, I knew that was going to be a nightmare. I was prepared for that.
I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready. Oh,
but then the hotel rang me and was like, where did you get these cakes from? Because they look insane. So guessing it was good. So they were going to try them last night. So to make. So a lot of decisions made this week. A lot of stuff done. So
it's good. And they're quite a decisive couple.
Yeah, they really are. Good. The only thing was the invitation. So we sat and looked at the invitations, and she was really unsure because they've gone for like the pressed. So when it's like embossed.
Oh, embossed, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, insane. And the design. So their wedding is very like deep reds. The bridesmaids are in black, like really cool. And so the decision was like whether the decoration on the round, like the border, that's pressed in, but is it? Yes, it's not embossed because embossed is raised. This is pressed, so it's in. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they couldn't decide whether to go with the reds or tonal. So they basically, she was really umming and ahhing, but the tonal's quite light, whereas the red is really dark. It's very different vibes. So she picked the red, but then the next day was like, oh, I've changed my mind. I want to go tonal, but still with a bit of colour, like a dark, like a almost like a colour that, so it's not completely tonal to the paper, but it's slightly darker, so you can see it, but it's. It's still got a tonal vibe, basically. So it looks really nice. And she's got like the red wax stamp and a red ribbon. So she's still got the red elements in there.
That's cool. And what have they decided to do for florals?
They're going, it's very structured, you know, a lot of amaranthus, a lot of anthuriums, very that kind of vibe. Lovely. They're very, like, structured pieces. No foliage at all. There's not a single piece of foliage going on in them arrangements.
Sad times if you're a bit of foliage.
Yeah, no foliage.
That sounds well nice.
Although she did really like this, because everything's really structured. And then she had this picture of a cake table with almost looks like a rose bush next to it. So there's so much foliage and red roses. And she was like, I really like that. And the florist was a bit like you could do it because the cake table, they're actually going to cut their cake in the drinks reception. So the cake table's going to be in the drink reception area anyway. So the florist was like, well, it's not going to
it won't clash
with anything.
Because it's separate.
She's like, I can't reuse that piece anywhere because she was like, it's a completely different vibe.
It's completely different.
Kind of the vibe that I had actually, isn't it? Lots of foliage,
foliage with those dark reds. Yeah.
So changed her mind on that. So we're going to do something a bit different. So yeah,
cool though.
Yeah, she's having a nice piece up the stairs. Obviously, that venue is all about the stairs.
It's all about the stairs. I was going to say a lot of your American couples, are they quite interested in Ashridge House?
Yeah, they love it. Yeah. I mean, if you want a good staircase, guys, have a look at Ashridge House. Best, and Harry Potter, very Harry Potter. It's that architecture. It's just a stunning place. And it's lovely, just like, it's an hour from London. It's not even that. It's half an hour on a train.
I was going to say, that's it. You've got that train line that goes in there.
Straight
so for guests, amazing.
Oh, it's got all the accommodation. It's got like 100, it's probably, I don't know, it's completely wrong, but it's got like 100 and some rooms. It's not just got like 10 rooms. It's got like a good amount of rooms. Like the space is insane. I love it there.
Yeah,
really good venue. Really, really nice venue. So yeah, basically, I have not stopped.
You have not stopped
this week. It's been a busy week.
A productive but busy week.
Yeah, it is. But I felt really yesterday, I felt really behind because then people are contacting you about everything.
Well, that's it, because you put I feel like when you have something like that, though, all your eggs go in one basket because you have to be so focused on them.
You do.
So then you get all your other admin bits and all your other stuff in the background still going.
Build
this
it up.
Is what's so difficult, isn't it, when you're self-employed, because it's all down to you. I mean, you're only one person. You can't stretch yourself everywhere.
Yeah, no,
it's so hard.
No, and it's and people say to me, oh, have you got weddings this month? Then is that why you're so busy? I'm like, no, I haven't got anything until May. But it's like when it's the wedding, the year of the wedding, it's like it kicks people up the butt. So some of my couples have been messaging a lot this week, we want to get this.
I've had loads of messages. I mean, people oh, I've thought about this, can I change that? It's almost like they're having a rethink about what they've done. I mean, we always, like I say, we do another consultation anyway, 8 weeks before, just to go over, because people do change their minds, and then
definitely.
But I just keep getting, can you send me photos of this? I thought about this. Can I have this? Which is it's very normal for this time of year.
It is, and it's just so busy. And then you've got the new people as well, new couples and people that want your time to discuss things, which obviously fair enough. But so a lot going on. It's busy, but we're a bit calmer next week, so that's good. So I think by the end of this week, start of next week, I'll feel caught up. Also, we're really changing our systems at the moment. Oh. So we got a new system not end of last year, end of year before, 2024, for all of our invoicing and contracting. So we got that all set up, and then we were like, right, let's park it, and then let's see what else we can kind of utilize it for. So I meet with my team a couple of times a month, and we were looking at it, and the system that we use for so because there's 3 of us, it's when I'm setting tasks, the app we use is just it's a bit glitchy, and there's times when one of the girls can't see what I've put on, or I can't see the responses. It kind of
kind of defeats the object, doesn't it, of having it. So
and it's annoying because it's a really good app, but it's and it's set, and I'm used to the layout. So there is a whole tasks function in the system that we use. So we've basically been moving that all over. Then I decided to set up all our inquiry process on that system as well. So basically, at the minute, if a couple inquires, they inquire, we respond, and then we chase them as and when. But I'm we need to start putting them in the system and knowing, okay, we had this many inquiries and this many converted, and this came from this place and this came from this place. So I'm getting all of that set up. So yeah, trying to do everything at once. And the whole notes, we use iCloud Notes, so we all share iCloud Notes for each wedding. So say for this example this week, so every meeting I'd go to, I'd start a new note, catch up on this or tasting or whatever. But again, we can do that in our system. So we're also moving all of that over. But you can imagine how many notes we've got in the system, huge. So so that's all moving over.
I do not envy you on that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I obviously do admin. I do a lot of admin, but it's I don't know. Things like that give me a headache.
No, I love it. I love being organised. I'm the fact
I love being organised, but
going from 3 systems to 1, I'm very excited about. It's very exciting.
Well, it's much easier, isn't it?
Oh yes, so good.
It'll make your life a lot easier. So
I'm also in the process of trying to find an accountant. So there's just a lot going on, Hayley. I'm not gonna lie. God. I feel a bit frazzled this week. But
girl, you need to go back on holiday.
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking this yesterday. I think yesterday I was just drained. But I was I came back from holiday and I was just it kind of had so many ideas for the year. And I was so ready to go back to work. Yeah. And yesterday I was I need another holiday. I've only been at work 10 days.
I need to go away.
But how has your week been? Has it been as manic as mine?
I've actually been really busy.
Nice.
So there was me thinking, because in terms of actually being at work, so obviously you're doing a lot of admin and stuff, but actual flowering. So the season doesn't really start for me until I would say April this year.
Yeah, it's normally Easter, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was sort of thinking I'd have a bit of time to sort of I've got a lot of goals and things to do with the business this year that I want to do and ideas. I was a bit the same as you coming into this year. I was I've got loads of ideas. I really want to do this. And I've just been inundated with people asking me to come and work.
Nice.
But it's my own work, so I've got stuff coming up for Valentine's Day this year. I'm actually quite busy with.
Nice, yeah.
And then I've got people asking me to freelance and stuff in the in between bit basically, which I sort of didn't really think about.
Yeah.
Because last year I really pushed it, getting myself out there. So I had a lot of work. So this year they've come back and they're can you come back?
Yeah, that's good.
Which is really good. Nice,
It's hard, isn't it? It's a catch-22 because it's as a business, you have to have time where you're just sat at home working on your business.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're being offered money, it's really hard.
It's really
That's the
hard.
bit that I had to learn. I had to be no, I need to turn that down. I have to have time in the office. And I, as a minimum, and that's while this week I've struggled, I have to have at least 3 days in the office. I've worked that out now. And if I don't have 3 days in the office, I'm really stressed.
Life doesn't work, Yeah, for sure. No, that's totally makes sense. I know I definitely need a day. I have to have a day where I'm and it has to be obviously on the days when Lily's at nursery, so it's either Thursday or Friday, whatever. But anyway, so it's been really busy, and so I got asked to do some freelancing a couple of days ago. I can't remember whatever, beginning of the week, and it was very last minute, but I ended up going and doing that. So that again, it was meant to be a day where I was probably going to be doing some admin in the evening, and I was okay, cool. But it's good. I like being asked. Obviously, it makes you feel good. And then they're
you just got to learn to say no.
I know, yeah. I literally looking at my summer, and I'm what have I done?
Yeah.
This is how I felt about Christmas this year, and I'm looking at my summer diary, and I'm what
have I done? Start stripping it back.
Because I've got obviously I booked in freelancing.
Yeah.
I've got loads of my own weddings now. I'm actually busier this year than I have been the last 2 years.
But that is the benefit of freelancing, is you can then
be sorry, I'm busy. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But I at the moment it's working. It just means I'm going to be very busy. So I'm basically a full time. I know, everyone's full time. You should be full time, but bearing in mind I've got a child, so I am pretty much full time in throughout the summer this year. But
nice,
it's all good because.
But also, when you're full time freelancing, you've also got to do all your other stuff on top, so you're actually more than full time.
Yeah, I'm full time, full, I'm double. No, but it's
You wait till I see her later. I'm gonna be lecturing her on
this. The when I say full time, I mean with my own stuff. I mean my own stuff.
And your admin.
And my admin.
And your day a week admin.
I've actually been really proud of myself. I've been so good this last... I'm so up to date with everything at the moment.
She's on it.
I'm on it. I'm I think, honestly, the moving house and stuff, I feel like it's been really good for me. I've got my own space to work. I have, I'm really on it. I'm being very organised.
I'm going to call you out.
Oh, God. With what? With what?
I'm so on it. I'm so up to date. Your website's still got Christmas wreath workshops on the homepage. Oh my god.
Okay, look. To be fair, okay, I actually pay someone to do my website.
Well, you need to friggin' tell them.
And to get a refund.
Do you know what? I love it. I had this conversation with someone. I was talking to the bar company the other day, the cocktail guy, because he's brilliant, but he is a nightmare replying to emails. And we were laughing and saying about how just like you have creatives, you can't chain them to the laptop. If there's anything that you can be out doing, like with your flowers or you're making cocktails or whatever, you'll be avoiding doing that.
So long,
website. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. Put
it on the list. I'm going to check again next week, and if it's still on there,
I actually went on there yesterday and was like, I need to change it to Valentine's because I'm doing like a big Valentine's
in less than a month. Yeah.
But and speaking of Valentine's, I've got a booking for a Galentine's event, which I'm really excited for. So a lady I did a wreath workshop for in December. She's like a gym. She's a PT Pilates.
Yeah, nice.
She's got a new studio.
Yeah.
And so sort of like as welcome to her new studio and a Galentine's thing. She's doing a Pilates class, and she wants me to come and set up a flower bar. And then, so I'll be handing out like little bunches of flowers.
When is this? I want to come.
It's on the 12th of February. Yeah.
Oh, I'll see if I'm available. I might come along.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
I'm so excited. So I'm going to build a little flower bar.
Yeah.
And then like, obviously paint it and have it all like, So this will be like my first year doing it. But then next year.
Another thing to do that keeps her away from the admin.
So basically, I'm going to become a carpenter and make
you need a virtual assistant. I'll get you a virtual assistant.
I get them messaging me all the time, like spam emails. I'm like, no, I don't need you. No.
You fucking do, mate. You need an hourly freelance admin person to just do your admin, and then you can build your flower bars.
Exactly.
Oh,
this is a thing.
Funny.
But anyway, so
sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Is it daytime or evening?
It's an evening one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and then she's also booked me to come back and do one for Easter, but with Easter wreaths workshop. So
nice.
It's really, really nice, and I'm really, really glad that she found me and we're doing that. So I'm excited.
Little bit of small businesses joining together.
And I also. On the vibe of Pilates, I went to my first ever reformer Pilates.
I did see you. I saw the picture the other day.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I'm going again on Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I love it.
Not very wedding related, but
I probably do it about once a week, Pilates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. My whole core was like, hey.
I can't be dealing with going to someone though. I do it at home.
You do it at home.
Pilates.
So I went on the funny little the what do you call it? The reformer.
Yeah, the machine.
On the machine.
But there's ways you can do it at home with bands and stuff, like without using the machine. I can't be honest.
I liked going. For me, I'm. I like.
You're more likely to go.
But then, to be fair, I have a child at home that I like to escape from occasionally. So for me, it was like, my own time.
Isn't it really expensive though? Isn't it like 15 quid a class or something?
It's more than that.
Jesus.
It's £26 a class.
Oh
That's why I'm working so much, mate. I've got to pay for my Pilates
for like
classes.
an hour class.
It's like 50 minutes.
That's it. That's like London prices, and you don't live in London. Like, what?
It's a really nice studio, but I did like a block. So if you book a few in a go, it's less. So like
imagine if you want to do that a couple of times. I know people that do Pilates a couple of times a week. I'm like, you must be minted.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Christ,
it's expensive. Yeah,
that's more expensive than CrossFit. That's insane. Anyway,
because I can lay down and.
It's supposed to be fucking hard, Hayley.
It is hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. I was like, my muscles like, help me.
It's when people say, oh, Pilates. Oh, I've not done that before. Is it like yoga? I'm
like, no. It's hard work, and I felt it everywhere.
You feel it.
And it was really cool. But
good.
Anyway.
New year, new me.
I think we're going to start with today. A very sad bit of news that we saw this week is another venue. Has is shut in
Northamptonshire.
Yeah, so bad.
We're losing them. They're dropping like flies.
Jan, this is one that I worked at actually, it made me quite sad because I worked there quite a bit when I first started. So I was going back like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've done a couple of weddings there as well. Do you know why? The reason I wanted to bring this up as well is we spoke about another venue in Northamptonshire recently. And we were saying about how many couples were kicking off online because they hadn't been told directly by the venue. So I actually saw somebody that, I don't know what job they do, something to do with that kind of shiz, is they had commented explaining, and we kind of were talking about this, weren't we? And I was saying, I wonder if you're not allowed. And that apparently is the case because it's something to do with you don't go into liquidation until like the last minute. Like you don't know that it's necessarily going to happen. Then as soon as your company is essentially owned by that company, so you're not allowed to contact the couples direct themselves. It has to be the company. It is crazy because I do think surely as a business you're gonna kind of know it's coming and you're gonna pre-warn. Because apparently they were still doing viewings in like December.
That's the thing. You're like literally. Oh, I just can't. No. There should almost be like a clause, a special clause for businesses like that where it's customer focused or like where people have made bookings, especially for a wedding day.
Yeah.
I mean, anything like wedding, like where you've booked a whole day and because it's obviously they will have made all of the preparations for that. It's so bad. Like, and to continue taking it and pretending like you're going to be there.
And to not have like a situation with other venues, because I would then, if I knew, like as a planner, like say I knew there was like some, I had to close or whatever, I would then be contacting other planners and be like, right, this is what they're paying me, this is what we've done, this is what they've been offered, can you price match a package? And then I'd be like, look, this is who you're going to get instead, you know. And I feel like there's so many like lovely venues in the area. I mean, you get them all popping up, don't you, on the Instagram. We're really sorry to hear that X venue has closed.
Pick me.
We still have dates. We have dates available in 2025.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is helpful. But but to be fair, I feel like apparently a catering company got involved or something and was helping people out.
Yeah.
So they I think everyone is getting pretty sorted. But it's just sad to see, isn't it, that in this day and age that it's a cost, right? One of my friends works at a venue. She's just started at quite a well-known venue in Northants, and she was telling me, because a lot of people are saying to me, why is it not a hotel anymore? It's just a wedding venue. She was saying it costs £500 a day to heat.
Yeah.
Just to heat the venue.
That's
to heat it. That's without your staff and all that.
Yeah.
So she was saying, say you only book like 2 rooms, they're paid a couple £100 each, just to heat it and staff it, you're making a massive loss straight away.
It's actually really sad. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh
it's
God!
Crazy, isn't it?
I honestly wonder how anyone makes. Do you know when you sometimes think like how are they making any money? How are you making anything?
I know.
Like your overheads are so extortionate.
So huge, yeah.
But sad.
On that note, there's also, have you seen this big 2016 trend going on?
Yes, I have.
Well, I had to have a little scroll back in the old photos and see where I was in 2016.
Where was I?
Got news for you, Hayley.
Oh.
Guess what? Martin gifted me in 2016.
Wasn't a candle, was it?
No, Hayley. You were looking at the owner of 10-year-old headphones. These headphones.
Oh my God, you're joking.
Were on my photo line from 2016.
I mean, they are very 2016, aren't they? I love them though. I absolutely love them.
I think I'm going to have to post a picture on the Instagram and be like, 2016 trend, the headphots are strong. I did have to change the pads this year because they were so old that every time we did a podcast, I was getting bits of pink plastic in my hair.
That's disgusting. Oh no, that's funny. I can't believe that. No, you've definitely got to do that. Put it on the socials. That's
How
jokes.
Cool is that?
That is
2016
so funny.
trend. The headphones are trending.
I really want to do this one, but I wanted to do it with my floristry. But to be honest with you, my floristry wasn't even that bad 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like I could.
Maybe you could show a trend change.
Yeah, like a change in like.
I was doing corporate in 2016, so can't really do that.
I would love to do it with like basically if I did it from like 2010 to now.
Yeah,
that would be fucking jokes.
That would be jokes.
It'd be like college.
Right, let's do a quick smile. We're going to do a screenshot and then I can post it. Smile. Okay. Yes. Boom. Putting it on the Instagram. Anyway, this week, guys, we wanted to talk a little bit about, a couple of weeks ago, we did a whole episode on wedding budgets. If you didn't check it out, go check it out. I think it was literally like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
From what I can see, it's been a very popular episode. So people are
listening.
They are getting involved with that.
They're getting involved. So what we're going to talk about this week is, what do people forget to add to their wedding budget? So we're going to go through our list.
Well, let's go. Shall I start it off?
Kick it off, Hayley.
Kicking it off. So first up here, we've got resizing your ring.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
This is a big one because obviously beautiful.
Not cheap.
Not cheap. Get this lovely new engagement ring.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fit, and then you've got to get it resized.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And your wedding ring potentially as well. Yeah. I also added somewhere about cleaning as well, because I went and got my engagement ring cleaned, because otherwise when you put your wedding ring, say like my engagement and wedding ring are platinum, or when you put my wedding ring next to my engagement ring, they were like a different colour.
Yeah, I had my engagement ring cleaned and everything before the big day. Yeah.
Next up, I thought this is a good one, is bridesmaid or wedding, like kind of wedding party, bridesmaid, groomsman, that kind of vibe, like proposals, if that's something that you want to do. So whether people do the boxes, or I did afternoon tea.
I did the boxes,
Yeah, it's a cost. It's going to cost you.
It is a cost. So next up, very important one, but often overlooked, is wedding insurance. Yeah. You're probably looking at about sort of, I don't know, anything from 100, 150, depending on the size of your wedding.
It depends on the value. Yeah. So we did go through this last week, didn't we? Because I think when I did the breakdown of the 30k wedding, it was about 100 quid. Yeah. So there you go.
Definitely something you need to get.
Stamps and postage for your invitations. Now, tip here.
Yeah.
If you're going to add a wax seal.
Oh yes, I can confer on this one.
Yeah, or if you go slightly bigger on your invite, can't remember the exact sizes. If you go on the Royal Mail website, it will tell you, but you might have to go to a large letter, which is even more expensive.
Yes.
So all your stamps, your postage. Not cheap, is it? I remember one year getting suppliers gifts. I made loads of like Hannah Rose weddings and events baubles for the tree.
That's cute.
But to post all of them cost me an absolute fortune. I think it cost me more than getting the baubles.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. So then we got jewellery, perfume, accessories, hair accessories and bags. So basically any kind of accessory. They are expensive, and often this is one of the last things that you kind of do.
It is.
I remember being like, I need to get this. Also, I then decided I wanted to get like not a tiara, but like a pearl headband, like an Alice band, right?
Yeah.
Like I think I spent I bought one, didn't like it, and got another one. So in the end, it cost me like 300 quid because I got two.
Wow,
I know they were really nice, but one of them, I've never worn one of them, and I couldn't. I don't know why, but it's really bad when you've got loads of things going on towards like when it's coming up to your wedding. You forget to return stuff. Sometimes
you get like decision fatigue, and then you're like, oh my god, I'll just buy that, and then you don't like it. And,
so I think if you can budget for it, think about it early on. Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good point. I feel like veils could be thrown in this as well, because I feel like a lot of people are like, no, I'm not having a veil, and then at the end they're like,
I want a veil.
Yeah, same with like second dresses. But I was like that with bag. I was like suddenly obsessed with. I'd seen this bag pop up on Instagram, and it was like it said like bride on it and all these pearls, and I was like, I like it so much. But it was like £150, and I actually no, it was personalised, so it just said Mrs. Roberts and all these pearls. And I was like, and I can use it after, and use it on honeymoon. In the end, I didn't buy it because I was like, it's ridiculous. And you're right, didn't carry anything on the wedding day, didn't need a bag.
Yeah, I had that tote bag that got left behind. Do you remember?
No. Oh, the tote bag. Yeah.
The tote bag is literally the photo
There's
of you
picture me carrying it. Oh, how funny. But all those kind of bits and bobs, like hair bits, and definitely. Perfume, I think, is a big one.
Perfume.
Yours was
my perfume was £250, but I saved up. So I had, like you remember last week we were saying about basically keeping money over Christmas. Like if it's coming up, birthdays, ask for money, ask for gift vouchers if you know you're going to be getting it.
It's a good idea.
Used vouchers. I used money from my birthday, because we got married in September, my birthday is in August, and then I also just kept an eye out, and then I just got like a discount code or something with John Lewis. But so in the end it didn't cost me that, but that's how much that perfume was. But obviously 3 years down the line, still got it. It's amazing. Still got it. Yeah, as long as you keep perfume, like proper perfume, out of sunlight,
there you go.
Last for years and years.
Top tip. Next up, we've got thank you gifts. So if you want to get like bridesmaids, maid of honours, best men, parents, a little thank you gift, it's all an added cost.
Definitely is. Then we've got nails.
Yeah, so, nail appointments. And I think we've also got like hair appointments leading up to the day, beauty appointments leading up to the day. And I've kind of put here like outside a usual routine, because I do think like I've always got my nails done, so I've always got that money
it might be something special that you're wanting to have done.
Like me with my hair extensions, and I wanted to change my hair colour. When I got engaged, I'd already been toying with changing my hair colour, so I wanted to do that. But because I was getting married, I was like, I want to go to the hairdressers, get it done properly, and then I carried on having it dyed at the hairdressers, which I wouldn't normally do. Then I had my hair extensions added in. Extra expense. Like, all that actually cost me a lot of money.
I was going to say, extensions are not cheap.
And I just think if it's outside, like if you want it in some kind of skincare regime or something like that you're starting, it's all an extra cost. I think if it's something like I go for I now have my hair extensions as a regular, monthly cost. I have my facials as a monthly cost. I feel like if it's already a norm, then you don't have to budget for it. But if it's something new, then you got to add it in. Yeah.
So next up we've got shoes, and I'm glad this isn't separately to like accessories and stuff, because it took me ages to pick a pair of shoes, and then they ended up being quite expensive. But what if I can say to people is, if you can pick a pair of shoes that you can then obviously use again and again, amazing. I know a few people, so you can get those ones that you can dye. They're like they're ivory on the day, and then you send them off for free, and they'll dye them for you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my friend's got a really nice pair of like court shoes that she then sent off to be dyed in like a navy, and then she bought on like Amazon the little jewelry. They're like little brooches, clips, and you clip them on the front of your shoes, and they look like those Manolo Blahnik ones,
Nice. But do you know what? Shoes. I was speaking to someone about this the other day, So I did exactly the same thing. This was a bride talking to me, and she was like, I've seen these shoes. They're like £200. They're really expensive. And I was like, I did the same thing. Right? See these shoes. I was obsessed with them. I was like, I really want these shoes. But me knowing me, I knew I'd wear them for about 2 hours. And I was getting married on a lawn, so I knew that they'd get destroyed. So I was like, I'm not paying £200.
No,
so I bought a white pair of shoes. I probably spoke about this on the podcast at the time, about getting the glue on my teeth.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I stuck on, I bought a pack of pearls, and I basically literally copied the photo of these shoes. And in the end, they cost me like 20 quid or whatever. I think I got the white shoes in the sale as well or something. But honestly, exactly that happened. I wore them for the ceremony, the drinks. After dinner, I took them off. And they are, because they just get dirty. I've tried, because I would happily wear white shoes again and stuff. I just cannot get them clean. I've put them in the wash. I've tried to use stain removers on them. They just don't clean up very well, shoes. So that's actually a good idea about getting them dyed, because I could dye them black or something, a dark colour. But if you're into your shoes, but I'm just not a shoes person, to be honest.
No. So
and you can't see them under your dress half the time.
This is the thing. I loved mine, but I ended up taking them off, because they're uncomfortable. I don't wear heels, so
no. And then for my elopement, I wore bright pink shoes, because you could see them, and I love them.
That's cool.
That's so cool, and I'll wear them again, so that's fun.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, but shoes, and men's shoes as well, not cheap.
No,
you want Martins were a couple £100, I think.
Yeah, Richard's 150.
Yeah, proper leather shoes.
Yeah,
especially if you're going to want to buy for groomsmen and stuff, best men as well, because you want them to all match. If you want them to match, you're going to have to pay for them. So not a cheap thing, the old shoes.
No.
Especially if you want to, the other thing I was thinking is if you want a second pair, so if you then want a pair of trainers or plimsolls or something like that, people like the decorated Converse and things like that, well, that's never expense, so, next up, we've got notice of marriage, costs about 35-40 quid.
Yeah, I think we said that,
Yeah, so that's an extra cost.
Hen and stag do's. Yeah. So make sure you budget in for that. Don't forget about it.
It's honestly, there's a lot to it, isn't there? With
there is.
Hen and stags. Yeah. Bride jumpers, t-shirts. I've put bride here. Sorry, I know that's very one-sided of me. But let's face it, it's the brides that want the jumper that says bride on it for the hen do and the honeymoon. I wore mine on my flight to my honeymoon.
Or the hat, the straw hat.
Oh, yeah, all those
like
bits and bobs. Yeah, yeah. You those kind of bits and bobs, they all come at extra cost. Again, I did ask for this kind of thing for gifts for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Before, but yeah.
Same thing for the pajamas, hangers, glasses, anything that's been like personalised, basically.
Yeah, for the morning of the wedding, for those little photos that you see on Instagram. All that, because again, it's little bits and bobs like this that you just go off and buy, and then you're like, it's all money, And if you are really sticking to a tight budget, if you're not the kind of people that have got extra income coming in every month, you can just go and spend on whatever. It's kind of things like that you got to think about. Yeah. Transport, even if it's just a taxi. On my wedding day, I literally just got a taxi, like a little minibus thing. It cost £25 each way. It was 50 quid.
Yeah. It adds up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And if you've got to get a taxi for you and for the bridesmaids,
that's it.
Extra
Transport.
Cost. Maybe vendors, maybe like your photographer, you need to pay for their taxi. If you're getting married in central London and they've got a taxi to your event, things like that. Any kind of transport costs, because I do think it's easy if you've got to get a bus or something like that, or you're getting bridal cars, you remember to put those in your budget, but I feel like it's the taxis and stuff that you don't think about.
That is so true. So true.
Yeah.
So we got like partners gifts, so if you want to buy them a gift just to say love you, see you on the day,
I bought mine
anything like
watch.
That, so me and Richard got each other something, so some jewelry.
There you go. Bar bill. So even if it's not that you've necessarily planned like an open bar, but it's like on the night, you're like, I'll stick 500 quid behind or whatever. Or maybe there is just like, you're like, let's buy everyone a first drink. And because that comes after the wedding, potentially, the invoice, depending on how the bar company do it, forget to add it on the budget.
Suitcases and honeymoon clothes. Again, this is something that you might
If you want those nude matching suitcases.
Personalised bits and bobs.
And just like honeymoon clothes, isn't it? Because you think, the cost of the honeymoon. But I went out and spent another couple £100 just on new clothes because I wanted like the white stuff.
That's
it.
Even like those, you get those passport covers, don't you?
All those bits and bobs. Other events happening around the wedding. So even if it's like just like a dinner or something that you want to do just like with family beforehand, and you just go into a restaurant, it's still an extra cost. Or maybe you want to do a breakfast the next morning. You're like, we'll all meet for breakfast.
We'll all meet and do that. It's a cost.
Or even if you're like, you've done your hen and stag do, but you're like, let's go for dinner with like grandmas or afternoon tea, with parents and things like that. Still all money that you need to think about before your wedding. And the thing is with these little extra events that are popping up is you might not, again, if you haven't got that extra disposable income coming in, or it's just that it's an expensive time. You might have friends' birthdays and things like that. And you might get to that month and think, oh my God, I've got so much on. I still need to buy my cousin's birthday present or whatever. You need to be pre-thinking about those kind of things that's happening around your date.
Yes, very good point. Supplier meals. So this is something that can be overlooked, but it's very important, because if you've got somebody there that's going to be there all day and they're not able to leave the venue to go and get food, then often they might stipulate in their contract that you can.
They will.
They will, yeah.
But even if you can go and get food, like you just don't have time.
No,
so that's like your planners, coordinators, photographers, videographers, anyone that's there all day.
All day, and so just make sure that you're aware of that. And but often if you're reading the contract when you first sign up with someone, it should say it in there, but it can be forgotten about, I think.
It can, and it's things like this that get added on, like the venue or the catering bill at the end, and people are like,
what's that?
What's that? Yeah, people then query it.
Yeah.
Extra additions to be added to suppliers. So like your supplier meals, it's those little bits. It's when you go, I find it's when you go to final meetings, like exactly like my couple did this week. I'm expecting, the florist bill's going to go up because it's like, can we just add this little bit here? Add this little bit, adding on kids with hair and makeup. I did that. Actually, can you just do a little bit of makeup for my nieces? And, people with you. I always feel like with florists, it's like, can you just add a little corsage for mum and a couple more buttonholes?
And thank you bouquets, which we said about thank you gifts, but that is honestly like the amount of time.
Little bits that you just... Minute. Yeah, in a supplier final meeting that you're like, just add that on, and then you get the bill.
So next up, alterations.
Big
so
one.
you're gonna need if you have to have money put aside for alterations for a wedding dress and a suit as well sometimes. But wedding
and
dress,
bridesmaids dresses,
yeah,
and things like that as well. If
I paid for all my bridesmaids to have alterations. So
cleaning of the dress and suits after the wedding. Now, I thought this is a really good one because
this is good.
I got quoted, I was going to sell my dress, and I feel like a lot of people have that in mind. But if you're going to sell it or reuse it or something like that, you have to get it clean straight away because of the stain. So it's an expense right close to your wedding.
And you're paying more for a wedding dress to be dry cleaned.
Oh my God, I got quoted like £200.
Yeah,
I was
it's a lot of money.
What?
Yeah.
So definitely something that you need to bear in mind.
Order of service. So especially, if you're getting married in a church as well.
And this is what I feel like a lot of couples forget about this at a church. You only need it for a church, right? But a lot of couples go to like the final kind of meetings with the vicar and stuff, and then they raise about the order of service. I feel like a lot of vicars aren't great at like stating what you need to pay for. And then so many couples, like more for like on the day management, when we do the planning, we sort it all for them. But a lot of couples will say to us, like, oh God, I've got to do an order of service. And then they'll just quickly like design something themselves, but it's still, you need to get it printed. So it's just something to bear in mind, really.
For sure, definitely. The fee to change your name.
Yeah.
So don't forget about that.
Like all your passport and all those kind of bits, especially if you're one of these
driver's
people that
license
wants to change it before your honeymoon and stuff. So
yeah.
Anything DIY that you need to buy or end up buying, so like random bits and bobs that you find on Temu, Shein, Facebook Marketplace, Vinted, all these little bits add up, even if it's like, oh, that's cute, or just little bits like personalised ring boxes and things like that.
All of that
all
stuff.
These things. Flip-flops, like
oh my God, the flip-flops.
I'm buying these second hand. Like, it's great. The blankets, all that stuff. It all adds
up for sure.
If you know you're a kind of person that's going to be browsing on Facebook, set yourself an amount that you're allowed to spend.
Yes.
Right? And once you spent it, you've spent it. You won't buy no more crap for the wedding.
Yeah. Tat. It ends up just being tat.
Tit-tat. Yeah.
Honestly, it's like people get a panic and they're like,
Yeah.
Next up we got wedding photo albums. So expensive, especially, and I'm not being funny, but you're gonna want decent copies of your photos. So it will
I need to make 2, and they're costing between like 300 and 500 each.
Yeah,
that's why I haven't done them yet.
Yeah. I feel like we've been talking about it for like a year.
I know. I'm fully aware.
So expensive.
Food and snacks while getting ready. So I did a little Tesco haul for my bridesmaids. Bits the night before. We had fajitas the night before, and then the next morning I wanted to do like the croissants and the fruit and the juices and blah blah blah. Cost me £150.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I know, because it just adds up so easy, don't it? Like even fresh fruit is so expensive. Like,
so we all went down and got breakfast because we stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
So everyone just paid for themselves.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough, because it's in your room, isn't it?
Yeah,
but if you're doing like at home, or you're doing like, we hired a little lodge, so it's self-catering,
then you're
definitely something you need to think about.
Defo, for sure. So a card box or guest book. So
it's always a last minute one.
Yeah, like the post box or something like that. Yeah.
Last minute rush out. Oh my God, we've got nothing to put the cards in. Pet boarding and sitting. If you need
this is really good. Yeah,
and you need them looked after. Yeah.
Underwear. So
not cheap, is it?
It is
the old
not.
Spanx.
Oh my God, they are not.
Skims. Freaking pricey.
You'll be paying for that.
I've put this one because I feel like this is something that gets missed a lot, and it's ceremony chairs.
Yes.
So this is if you're at a venue where it's an inside venue, so you haven't wedding breakfast inside, but you're getting married outside. So you either need to pay for a person to move all those chairs, or logistically, if it's too difficult, you need to hire an extra set of chairs just for outside for the ceremony. And a lot of people forget about this or don't realise.
Yeah, that's a real good point.
Yeah.
Welcome bags or hangover kits to go in the bedrooms for your bridesmaids, groomsmen,
or
things
just
like
your
that.
guests if you're doing like a room block, like my couple that come this week.
Insane.
They've got 60 bedrooms booked for all their family and friends that are coming from America. They want to do the little goodie bags and whatever. So that's 60 really goodie bags. It's a lot of money. They want like water, and they want like your baroccas and things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. Thank you cards. So if you want to get like some cards printed with your old photo on the front saying thank you for coming and thank you to suppliers. I never did this. I always said I was going to do it.
I actually did. I can't believe I remembered, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there you go. The other one I wanted to add was accommodation, but for like I sometimes think it goes like you kind of forget about like the room that you need. So you might have one like a hotel room or something included within your package, but if you haven't, like for example, the night before our wedding, Martin and his best man stayed separately. They needed a room each, and it was something that we just kind of booked, like not last minute, but it's an extra expense we haven't really like thought about. It was like, oh yeah, we need a hotel room for you guys. Like, yeah, I feel like sometimes you forget those extra rooms because if you want to stay separate. Like, I'd fully budgeted for my room because I knew I needed somewhere to get ready and blah, blah, blah. But it's those extra little rooms that you don't always
creep on up.
Yeah.
But I think the thing to take away here is basically, would it be a good idea if people put like a certain amount aside for these things,
contingency,
like your other box, you know, and all of these things would be in there. So if there is anything that you haven't thought about. So I don't know if it's like, I know it's a lot of money, but even if you put like £2,000 to one side and you're like buffer just in case, you know, so you're not like tearing your hair out. I think it would just be a good idea.
Yeah. And if there's anything you think we've missed, let us know.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the listeners' questions and messages then.
So we got here, hey guys, loving the podcast. It's my peace of mind while wedding planning. You've solved so many of my wedding worries and many other couples, I'm sure. That's very nice. Thank you. I was listening to your Wedding Trends 2026 episode and was so glad to hear the transport home question, as sometimes it's easier to just let people sort their own transport out. We've put on a minibus shuttle to take guests from our venue, which is Elms Meadow, and it's a TP wedding venue just outside Kettering in a village called Pitchley.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Yeah.
To 3 of the nearest hotels, and even then I had family members complaining it wasn't going to the hotel they were staying in, and the hotels that were closest and were on the route for the bus were not nice ones.
Oh, God.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we wish we didn't bother to organising transport, as it's caused more trouble than it's worth. I'm sure other guests will appreciate it, but I agree no point in the couple organising for the whole wedding, as may be more stressful for them, and most guests organise their own travel anyway.
That's so annoying, isn't it? When you go into the thought of, right,
that would really wind me up.
It's not going to my hotel. All the buses, the hotels on your route aren't very nice. Don't like them ones. Like,
that is actually... isn't it so
get a taxi
so
then.
Ungrateful? Like,
I'll go on the bus on my own.
Sort your own stuff out. But no, they're totally right. It's easier to just let the guests organise that themselves.
Yeah. Thanks for writing in. That was glad you agree with us. So woo-hoo. Yeah. Hey ladies, love the podcast and have been slowly making my way through the episodes since I got engaged in September. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Our wedding is in December 2026.
Oh, December wedding. Woohoo.
Love a December wedding. And I wanted to know your thoughts on hiring a decor and styling company to assist with decorating our venue. Also, I'd love to know your thoughts on whether or not you'd recommend having a makeup artist. My friend has kindly offered to do my makeup. However, I don't know if hiring a professional would be better. Thank you. Okay, should we do the decor bit first? It depends if you've got like a florist already, maybe there's bits and bobs you can get through them. But yeah, if you've got no one, I do honestly think, and I think we speak about this a lot, instead of going and buying all the stuff yourself and worry about setting it up, just hire it.
Oh, for sure, definitely. And then you're not left with all the stuff afterwards either. Because that is what a lot of people I find do, or you see it on Facebook Marketplace all the time, where people are trying to like flood the vases and stuff. They'll never get rid of it.
No.
You might as well, even if it's a bit more money, I would spend that extra. I mean, because it won't be a lot more really when you think about it all adding up.
Yeah.
I would spend the money, hire it from somebody. You haven't got to worry about getting it there, setting it up. So just
cleaning it.
Plus, if you meet with a decor and styling company, they're going to help you with your vision. So they might come up with ideas 100%. And ways to decorate your venue that you hadn't thought of, and actually may save you money, because they'll be like, well, it's not worth doing that because you don't need that. Do this instead.
They've got a better eye. Like even like myself as a planner, I'm a logistical planner. I'm not a designer. And you know, when we were chatting with our couple this week, and it's like, you know, for them bringing together. So I'm speaking to a lady at the minute to bring like their table together, because it's like, right, what colour linen's going to work in the space, and what's going to look too much with like the charger player and then the glassware and all those kind of bits. But she's got more of an eye for design, so she'll kind of put together. She'll go, right, this colour's going to look really nice with these flowers, and you know, because she's got an eye for it. Sometimes I think weddings can look a bit too much cluttered or a bit too much, whereas these designers, same with like your house, like I'm really debating for my next house getting an interior designer, because I've got so many ideas, but like honing it all in, like that's not my area of expertise, you know.
Leave it to the experts.
Yeah, if you want something to look good, and that is what, you know, it is going to be more expensive than doing it yourself, but you're paying for someone's time and someone's expertise, and I do think it can be worth it.
And I would even carry that on to where they've asked about whether they should have a makeup artist, because
100%.
Your friends offer to do it, which is amazing, but I actually think, like, with a makeup artist for a wedding, like, you got to think about timings and also the makeup that is going to last and stuff like that. Like, they'll have like different ways, and I just think, again, if you leave it to the professionals to do what they do best, spend a bit of extra money, peace of mind, you know.
I actually saw this come in the other day, and I was really thinking about this, and I was like, when I think back to my wedding, one of my most enjoyable parts was the morning, and it was so chilled. I was so chilled.
Nice.
I had a great time. I wasn't stressed in the slightest, and a lot of that, I think hair and makeup do not get the recognition that they deserve. They aren't just there to do your hair and makeup.
No.
Like, my hair and makeup artists, like, they helped me get into my dress because I didn't want my friends to do it, because I wanted to do like a first look with them, you know, my bridesmaids. And they're just there for support. Like, I feel like if you're the kind of person that's a little bit stressed, and I've seen it before with brides, and your hair and makeup artist will help. They'll be like, you know, it's going to be fine. Like, they do this all the time. Like, they see weddings day in, day out. So they know what to say to you, and they know things are going to be okay. And if there's a situation that's stressing you out, they're going to know probably how to help you with that situation. There's so much more than just doing your hair and makeup, and they're going to give you such a lovely experience.
Yeah, I completely agree. I loved it. I loved that whole
being pampered.
It's really nice. I think it's the one day where you should just splurge on that and enjoy it. Even if it's not for everybody else, you just for yourself.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to do it for everyone else, but for you, I think.
Definitely. I mean, depending on the day of the week and time of year, because a lot of hair and makeup artists have a minimum number of people. Yeah, fair enough. But also, if you are doing like, well, it is December 2026. If it's a midweek, if you can just get it for yourself, or even just you and a couple of others, what I'd say is, like, it's not going to be like a huge. It's not going to be like thousands of pounds. It's going to be a few £100s, and it's going to be so worth it.
So worth it. Yeah. Agree.
Do it. Cool. Do it. Treat your fine self. You deserve that nice experience.
You deserve it.
Don't you think it's so hard? Like, you can say to a professional, like, oh, I'm not keen on that. Like, saying to your friend on the day who's offered to do your makeup, like, oh, I don't quite like that. Or, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I also think hair and makeup artists, they're also not just doing your hair and makeup. They're also keeping you to time. And you probably wouldn't even realise it. They're keeping an eye on that clock. Whereas you and your mates ain't going to be clock watching.
No, I completely agree, and I think definitely go for it. Cool. Well, that's us for today.
It is.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. You know where you can find us. We are on socials, TikTok and Instagram at Let's Get You Wed Podcast, and you can email us with all your questions. We'd love to hear from you. It's letsgetyouwedpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions, your dilemmas, your am I the assholes, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.